Philip, as we speak, President Biden is on Marine One, making his way to the summit site. But before heading to the summit, he had a chance this morning to spend some time with U.S. military troops who are stationed at a Marine Corps air base in Japan. And that really speaks to a large part of why President Biden is making this trip and what these G7 countries are focused on. These industrialized democracies like the U.S., the U.K., Germany, Japan, and Italy really working to coordinate their efforts to be a bulwark against aggression from two countries who will not be at this summit, Russia and China. They will be trying to get on the same page when it comes to pushing back on President Putin's war in Ukraine, discussing the possibility of additional sanctions on Russia for its invasion of Ukraine. But they will also be discussing the broader Indo-Pacific region and how these countries can really become a better economic, technological, and military counterweight to what they say is the threat of growing influence and domination by China in the broader region. President Biden will also take a few minutes during his stop in Japan to meet on the sidelines of the summit with the leader of Australia, who he was supposed to visit in his home country of Australia, but President Biden had to cancel that meeting and that trip to instead return to Washington to deal with the debt ceiling crisis. So he will instead meet with the Australians for a few minutes while he's in Japan.
As we have mentioned, this meeting, it's going to be held in Hiroshima. How is this infamous setting, you think, going to shape these discussions?
It's a hugely symbolic setting to be holding this G7 summit in the site where the U.S. dropped an atomic bomb during World War II as it tried to end that war in 1945. But it will also be full of symbolism as the United Kingdom and Japan are going to be signing something they're calling the Hiroshima Accords, aiming to bring Japan and the U.K. closer together on technological cooperation, but also in terms of their armed forces as they work to push back against China as well. Philip.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.